Hey, what's going on, everybody? April Marie Tucker here, L5 leader within My Lead System Pro. And in today's post, I am going to do the honors of sharing some really hot Instagram marketing tips, as well as some new updates for 2016. So I put together some new things that I think are really important, especially moving forward in 2016 with it being a new year. Instagram has changed. It changed all through 2015. Of course, now, it's going to probably change some more. And of course, always they are getting better and better. And it is still my baby. It still is my favorite place to get lots and lots of leads. So with that, I'm going to share with you guys some Instagram updates along with some things that I think are really important that I just wanted to cover to make sure everybody's on the same page. So if you're just getting started on Instagram, this training is definitely for you. And if you are a veteran or if you've gone through some of my training or you've started to dabble, this training is for you as well. So I'm really excited about these Instagram updates. So really quick, just a couple of things that I think are very, very, very important if you want to have some success on Instagram, especially with your business. The first one is you got to have a lead getting bio. You have to have it. It's so critical. I believe it's the number one ingredient. Number two, build your audience. Your audience is key. A lot of times people come to me and they're like, oh, April, why am I not getting any leads? Well, I go over to their Instagram and I look and they have like 200 followers. So you have to constantly always be building your followers, and I'm going to give you some resources as far as that goes as well here soon. Create content your audience loves. It's so critical. You want people to follow you. You want people to engage with you. You want people to want to buy and join your team. Then you got to create some awesome, amazing content that your audience is just going to eat up and love, and you always, of course, want to keep them thirsty for more. So going to go over a couple of things here. Create a lead getting bio. That is number one. Call to action to follow. Make sure that you have that call to action to actually follow. As you can see at the very top of my bio, I always have follow for Insta-Success. Now, don't copy exactly what I have, but create something similar. Make sure that you give people a reason to follow you as well by saying, what is your Instagram about? What are you posting about? So if you're a health and fitness coach, you might want to say, tips for people that want to, lose weight, or tips for health and fitness, tips to be your best in fitness, or whatever, something like that. If you're a business coach like myself, then you want to put, tips for home business entrepreneurs, or tips for business entrepreneurs, or for entrepreneurs, period. So it's really critical that you say that. I've found that just by adding that call to action to follow, and also just write out saying exactly what my Instagram is about. So why they're following, follow for Insta-Success, tips for home business entrepreneurs and then I also put my blog. So, and then I say at where it's at, and that's where I have my brand. That's where I have a lot of my content, my training. That's where people can come and learn about me. Your blog is really awesome. Of course, you don't want to put it in your link spot, where you can actually put a link to your business on your bio, but you do just want to add it. It should be something, easy for them to type in, because remember, they're on Instagram. So, texting on your phone is not always the easiest thing to do. So make sure it's easy enough. And then also, call to action for your offer. That's probably one of my top ones. Your offer should be something that's free. You should, if you don't already have one, you should create one. And it should always be some sort of training tip or report or something of value, something that's going to make your audience, people that click on it, want to exchange their information. So it's really, really, really important. I have a free Instagram training in mine. It's very relevant because I teach home business entrepreneurs how to get leads on Instagram in that training. And guess what? My audience is on Instagram and they're home business entrepreneurs. So what do you think they want? They want to learn how to get leads on Instagram for their home business. And that's exactly what my offer shows them how to do. So it's really, really important. Your bio. Okay, build your audience. I could list so many ways to build your audience. In fact, I have a complete course on how to grow your audience and do all kinds of amazing things. But you can actually download for free my free cheat sheet at bizbuildermastery.com, where I just walk you through 10 easy steps to getting lots and lots of followers. I currently have over almost 39,000 followers just on my main account. That's not including my other account that has over 12 or something like that thousand. So altogether, I've got about 50,000 followers between all my accounts. And I show you some easy step-by-step things that you can do to start getting followers. So go to bizbuildermastery.com and that will get you your free download for that cheat sheet. Last, create killer content. This is so key. Content is everything. In fact, when you first start your Instagram account, for those of you that are new, make sure that you populate your Instagram account with about 10 pieces of content post right away, okay? That is really, really important. Be consistent. It's really key. I mean, don't go over, I would say don't post over 10. You can go to, from 2 to 10 posts, but don't ever go over 10 because you could end up getting smacked, so to speak. Instagram might slap you. So just keep it between 2 to 10 posts per day. Make sure you maintain the consistency, and it really kind of like watch what your followers are liking and engaging. And I kind of can tell like if I'm posting too much or if I'm not posting enough. You know what I mean? So just kind of judge that based on, the engagement and all of that stuff. Photos still win over video, but definitely mix it up. I wouldn't say just only post photos, but, throw in some videos into the mix with your content. Videos are still like, not a lot of people are leveraging them on Instagram still. So they're still very powerful, yet photos are still definitely winning because that's obviously how Instagram started. Videos, I think people are, they don't have any volume on them when you're scrolling through your feed. So I think kind of people are just scrolling through and not really seeing that it's actually a video a lot of the times. But definitely videos are still amazing and you still want to mix it up. Post tips, motivational quotes, lifestyle stuff, selfies of you, doing your business, doing what you do in your business. If you just wanted to do a tip, and I've just really started doing a lot more selfies myself, even in my marketing, and I'm noticing that those get a lot of engagement and people really do enjoy those. However, make sure your whole page is not filled with selfies. I think that you definitely want to just sprinkle that in. It doesn't have to be something that's all selfies. I do a lot of motivational quotes and a lot of, tips and things like that. And then I, of course, incorporate my brand. As you can see right there, I actually have a quote with a picture of myself on stage right here to the right of your screen. That's the type of stuff, when I'm doing a selfie or something like that, I'll always add like a quote or something or a tip or something like that, and then incorporate that with my brand. So next thing is be creative. I think the most important thing that you possibly can do is, be you. Don't try to be anybody else. Be relaxed. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't try to be someone you're not. And just have fun. I think that's really, really key. Just have fun with it. I love Instagram because it's fun and I can be creative. And I just, it really gets my juices flowing when I'm in my creation mode of creating my images. I just love doing that. So have fun with it. And you can use apps like Photify or WordSwag is a really, really awesome one as well. I love WordSwag. That's an iPhone app though, so if you're using an Android, you won't be able to use WordSwag. However, Photify works on all of them, and Photify is probably my favorite. So it's really, really fun, and it makes it, you can be a lot more creative, I find, even from your phone than through even doing things on your desktop. I just love some of the apps that I use. They're amazing. And if you want to get more apps that I use quite a few of them. You can definitely download, or actually you can check out, I'll give you a link to check out some more free training with some of the apps that I like to use and recommend. All right, so new stuff. New Instagram Direct is here, and it came in 2015, but I think it's going to be really critical in 2016 and moving forward. You've got apps like Snapchat. Well, Instagram kind of did something similar. Now you can have group messaging. It's like a chat feature now instead of a direct messaging. Before it was kind of bland and, you couldn't really chat. It wasn't very instant. So now it's very instant. It's more chat, and it's really really easy to use. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to your home page. Okay, so at your home page, you'll see at the very bottom, you'll see a little home button there. And then second, you're going to want to, once you're there, you're going to want to go up to the very top. At the very right-hand side, you're going to see, I don't really know what this is. Maybe it's, I wish it was like a little envelope or something, but whatever the icon is, that's what it looks like. Then the third one you're going to want to do is the upper right, and that is a little plus symbol. Okay, once you've clicked on the little box looking thing here, you're going to go to a little plus symbol, and you're going to click on that to create a new message. Or of course, you might already have messages that you can respond to. Okay, and then you're going to want to click, or I'm sorry, search for or select followers. You can select them easily. You can search for them, and then you can actually select quite a few at a time. I don't know the limit exactly, but you can select a few, and then it should look like this, and you'll be able to message back and forth with the people that you've selected. Now, couple of things that I think are really important, and I don't really do group messaging on Instagram, and I'm just going to explain a little bit why. I try to be more personal. So if I'm going to send a direct message, I'm going to use it to build rapport with somebody, and I'm going to, obviously chat with them. I wouldn't walk up to some stranger on the street and just start throwing up on them about my business or what I do. Of course, I'm going to ask them, hey, how are you? That kind of stuff, right? So you kind of want to build rapport, and I also go through that and extensively in my course too, is how to use direct message and how to, really build rapport with people and generate leads through it. And I really love when people spam me, because that's where I get anytime I go through all my spam on Instagram, I immediately start getting leads. So there's a little bit of a process, but definitely Instagram Direct, pay very close attention to it this year, especially if you're, just getting started on Instagram. It's a great way to start generating leads and start building relationships with people on Instagram. All right, adding a call to action on your posts, really, really, really important. But this year and moving forward, what's even more important is that you add your call to action to the beginning of your description, okay? So for a long time, for the past few years actually, until this, when did they start? I started noticing probably about 3 months ago. So this happened in 2015, but moving forward in 2016, you want to make sure that you're doing this. I started noticing that they were cutting off my posts in the feed, or people's posts in the feed. So now you're going to see a more here, okay? And then if you have a really long description, they're not going to show it all. So it's really important that if you're doing like a tip or, something that's more lengthier, that you have your call to action in the very, very beginning. So your call to action, it should be the very first 2 sentences tops, okay? Otherwise it might get cut off and people won't see it. And of course you want your call to action to be seen. So a lot of times in my content, I'll post a tip. I'll post, here's just a picture on the right here of a lead capture page of mine that I have out there on my Instagram. And I just kind of, just posted it and then say, do you want more followers and leads from Instagram? Click the link in my bio to gain instant access to my 8-day free Instagram video training series and cheat sheet, right? So right there is the call to action, to click the link into my bio. Now, a lot of times people are not going to even, that little more word there, that's very, it's slightly visible. It's not very visible. So people are missing it. And I think a lot of the times, because when I was posting before the other way, I was seeing that my leads went way down when I would put a call to action. I could not figure out why. So you also want to make sure on your image that you say something like, click the link in my bio. I cannot begin to tell you how important that is, because people are not seeing, or they're seeing your image and they're not reading the description. So you kind of want to hit them both ways. So it's really, really important that you have a call to action. And I kind of do about an 80, 20, 90, 90, 10, 90%. I just am constantly providing value, right? And then I'll do a tip, and then I do a recommendation to where they can get more tips like that, right? Which is my free Instagram training. So I don't just sit there and post tips all day and post, go check out my bio all day. I don't do that. What I did find, in moving forward, this is something that you need to do too. What I did find, and I've done lots of testing on this, is that people were kind of becoming immune to when I would give them a call to action. So my audience wasn't very responsive. I used to do a lot more posts where I would constantly, tell them to go check my bio or whatever. And I was just finding that people just became resilient to it. So my followers were not responding like they used to. So if you're noticing that maybe your leads are dropping a little bit, that could be a big part of it. And I would definitely encourage you to make sure that you are putting that call to action in the front, but more value, more motivational quotes, more things of value without you asking for them to click the link in your bio. And then about 10%, where you actually tell them to click the link in your bio for whatever your offer is. And so that's my big recommendation 2016 moving forward. Making sure that you're really, creating a responsive audience, by creating content, but kind of making sure that you're sprinkling the call to actions and the pitching and all that stuff within. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next page here. Scheduling your posts this year is really big. I know Matt and April Finley, we just did a training all together, but I have been recommending Crowdfire for a very long time, and Crowdfire has been one of my go-to tools for getting followers, publishing, and all of that good stuff. So definitely make sure that's in your toolbox. There's an app, it's the Crowdfire app. You can also use the desktop version, which is awesome. You can go to web.crowdfire.com or crowdfireapp.com for that. And then also there's an extension, which is really great if you want to, share content on the fly, other people's content. And if you're in My Lead System Pro already, check the training library, because Matt and April Finley and myself just did an Instagram training, and they shared exactly how they use the Crowdfire app extension to quickly create content, which is amazing. So definitely check that out. So moving forward, 2016, here we go. New free Instagram analytics tool. Now, I don't want to pay for my Instagram analytics. I don't know about you, but I used to recommend Iconosquare, which is a great tool, but now you do have to pay for it. So I've been using a new free analytics tool for my Instagram, and I really enjoy it. It's called unionmetrics.com, and you can just go ahead and, of course they do have upgrades and things like that, but for the basic stuff, you get it for free. And I just started using this not too long ago, when Iconosquare just recently changed theirs to you have to buy it. So definitely go sign up for that, get your account, and that way you can see what's all going on with all your followers and your content and all that good stuff. All right, so that's it. Those are my Instagram updates so far. Of course, we do have new things. Instagram, I just want to touch on it, and I'm not going to go into how to use it or anything like that today, but now you can also run ads on Instagram. So if you're using Facebook ads, you can start running ads on Instagram as well, which is awesome. So that's another new feature that I'm really looking forward to really playing with this year moving forward, especially. But if you're thirsty for more, you want more great tips like this, I do got you on that. You can go to getinstaleads.net. And I've got free video there, free cheat sheet that you can download right then and there, exactly how to grow your following and so much more. So definitely check that out. And if you do want to really take it up to another level on Instagram, definitely check out my course, which you can also get through going to getinstaleads.com. All right, guys. If you got any value, if you enjoyed what I shared here, of course, make sure you send this out to your followers on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Just give this post a share. Also, leave me your feedback below. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or anything that you want to add. Definitely would love to hear from you. Also, I'm going to leave the download for these slides as well, so you can use it as a cheat sheet. Feel free to download it and enjoy it, because 2016 is going to be a huge year, and Instagram is still hotter than ever to get leads and make money. So definitely check it out if you're not already. All right, guys, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.